Hey ya folks, my name is Pravus and welcome back to more Civilization 6. I know we just finished a run and we're gonna jump right back into it because what can I say? I've got the bug. Age of Steam Victoria is very fun on Deity. Let's see if we can replicate that success with someone with a totally different playstyle. Specifically, I want to try playing with Tokugawa this time around. Very famous character from Japanese history, made famous in the West by the novel Shogun by James Clavell. You guys might remember a TV show that released recently, and it's very, very good. This is based around Japanese isolationism, and we'll talk about those bonuses again in a bit. Let's go for a standard setup here, Wet and New World. I'm not going to go for a balanced set this time. Maybe we get lucky, maybe we don't, but we have to adapt. And people still like fractal maps, right? I think they do. Let's go ahead and give this a go. Okay. Interesting start right off the bat. Lots of planes. Not an absolute ton of food. 3 luxuries right next to me. 4, actually. Sorry, I just noticed the turtles over here. No rivers. No mountains yet. I was wondering if we want to move and, like, settle on a luxury here, but I think I might settle in place. We'll get the fresh water. Plus, I get a Plains Hill tile, so this will still be a 2-2. I hate to lose the rainforest, but I think it's going to be the right call. So let's go ahead and do that. I also get a Sailing Eureka for being on the coast. Weirdly enough, Japan does start with a coastal bias, even though he gets no bonuses for it, which is kind of weird. Speaking of bonuses, let's talk about that. So we have Bakuhan. International trade routes are nerfed because, again, Japanese isolationism. However, domestic trade routes are extra good. We get culture, science, and gold for every district at the destination city. What I think this means is we want to build one really tall city with a lot of districts and then a whole bunch of satellite cities all feeding into that one location. They get a ton of production and food from a lot of districts, and then we also passively get the culture, science, and gold to help me keep up with the Deity AI. So domestic trade routes are all that matters. Screw the rest of the world, I'm going to be self-sufficient. That is the idea. Different playstyle, not sure how well it'll work on Deity, but I want to find a way to make it work. We also get loyalty benefits, which are okay unless you have a Dark Age. It just doesn't really matter that much. And then we have tourism. Don't care about that. Meiji Restoration is very good, though. Extra adjacency bonuses for districts? Yeah, that means we want to build very compact districts. In fact, we probably want to build our cities very close together so they have a chance of sharing districts between each other to get this really to stack up. This could be great. Then we have the Samurai and the Electronics Factory. Pretty respectable, not bad. Let's go for Animal Husbandry, and I'm going to go for a double Scout Opener and make sure we set this to max out production for now. This is a good tile, though. I'm quite happy with this. Not a lot of good tiles to work at the beginning of the game. I am a little bit nervous about that, but as we expand, there are some pretty good options for us. Now, I've been doing a bit of research here as far... Ooh, Fountain of Youth! Okay. Science and Faith. Plus, if we go on there, we get a special ability. Well, this seems good. Okay, we need to go and settle over here pretty early. I've been doing some research on some multiplayer builds, and it seems like Double Scout, Double Settler is kind of the way to go. However, hello, Goody Hut. I don't know if that works in Deity difficulty. Because in most multiplayer games, the barbarians are set to only getting... experience is kind of one of the worst things we could have gotten, but all right. The barbarians are set to Prince difficulty, which is really not that big of a threat. And then there's a certain kind of etiquette as far as not screwing with other players too early on, because if you do, then you'll probably just get dogpiled. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we may have to go for slingers and stuff early on, just because the AI has no scruples about attacking you very early. But we'll see. It just depends on if I find any barbarians, and so far we've gotten lucky on that front, so I guess that is okay. Well, I say that. There's a barbarian right there. Let's try to block you so you can't go around here. I do not want you to detect my city. And then gold is not a useful benefit right now, but okay, that's what we've got to work with. There is a barbarian. We have a zone of control, so if we need to kill it, we will. I guess I'll go ahead and get my battle cry now so we can do more damage. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. Just keep blocking this scout. Make him go somewhere else. I do not want to deal with an enraged barbarian camp at the beginning of the game. That is a great way to lose very, very early on. In fact, there's the camp right there. Okay. Where did the scout go? He's over here. That's fine. Stay away from me. That's cool. Let's go down here. So I'm going to go for an early settler. Again, this is the risk, but as long as the scouts, I know where they are and they're corralled away from me, I'm not worried about it. We can afford to be greedy. I really want to take this city. Maybe settle on a Plains Hill over here. I mean, at least we get a pretty decent city that way. Some good food for growth. I want that. Could also settle, like, over here, but, like, this isn't bad. I don't know. We'll come back to that one. What do I get next? Maybe mining? I don't really need mining unless I'm going to do some chops. Let's go for pottery and maybe head toward irrigation or something. We do have horses. Okay, that actually helps quite a lot. So now we have 3 good tiles to be working. Okay, so we're actually in a good spot now. We get a free builder. Nice. That gives me some really good tempo now. Oh, and gosh, we're finding a lot of goody huts. Okay, this is solid. Eureka to irrigation. Thank you. Because I was actually thinking I don't see any good farm locations. There's rice and maize way up over here, and that is it. Yeah, we weren't going to be able to get a boost for irrigation otherwise, so that saves me a lot of effort, and now I can get these things up and running pretty quick. With this many plantations, I'm thinking we may want to go for the Pantheon that boosts plantations with culture. Maybe. I see coffee up over here. So we actually know what our 4 luxuries are, and all 4 of them take plantations. That just makes sense. I think we have to do that. Bit of extra gold down over here. Not remarkable. Once we're done with this settler, I probably will get a slinger, and we're going to have to try to clear this sucker out. Code of Laws are done. Good. I guess we'll go ahead and swap to God King. By the way, I did fix the mod for the cards, so now I do actually get to see some of the yields, which is going to help. I guess I'll pick up Discipline in case I end up fighting some barbarians or deal with their scouts or something like that. Though I'm hoping not to until we have proper military units. This is just kind of me being safe. I don't really value recon that much. Unless you're going to get a lot of fights with scouts, unless you find natural wonders, it doesn't do you a ton of good, I think. And I don't really know what else to do with this builder. I'm not going to place a farm over here. It's just not worth it right now. I'd rather keep working these tiles. So we're just going to go to sleep mode until I get my irrigation done. In fact, yeah, we'll just say that's the next priority. Then probably writing. And maybe we go directly into currency. I don't know. We'll think about that. Obviously, I want lots of trade routes. That is kind of the entire point of my civilization. Every single one of my cities needs to have some sort of a trade route. So getting a lot of markets is a high priority for me. I'm actually going to park my warrior up over here. If that scout comes back, I want to make sure we can ward him off. This should protect the north. Looks like they found the scout over here, so if he dies, I don't think this camp's going to do anything for a bit. I need to keep a scout nearby because a slinger is going to have a hard time taking a camp by himself. But a scout could probably finish it off. So let's go ahead and start moving my settler up over here. I stand by that decision. I think that is the right way to go. Oh, another wonder. Ik Kill. What does this one do? 50% production when building wonders and districts on adjacent tiles. Huh. I don't know if the wonders are going to be as helpful, though it could be. But the districts is very relevant. If we can settle something down over here and take this, we could get a ton of districts and stuff around here. This could become a really good spot. We may want to consider settling down here. Hello? We've been a player, Ramesses of Egypt. Cool, honor to meet you. I do not want to exchange capital information because I don't want to share with you. I don't know if you're safe. Do I go for another settler now? Or do I go for another slinger? We haven't seen another barbarian camp spawn nearby, so I think I can afford to go for a settler. Where do I go, though? Not a bad location over here. I would hate to get rid of the marsh, but we could get some pretty good food and production right off the bat with the horses and the deer. There's another good location up over here. I could settle on the cows. Again, get some horses. Wouldn't be bad. It's also, again, as close to my capital as possible. I want to build compact, and then right here I could place nothing but districts. And they'd all play off of each other. There's a couple of things I don't like about this map, though. No mountains yet. Not a single one has been... Well, I take it back. One has been spotted. No rivers either. Also, my luxuries are spread out in just the right path where building districts around them is going to get a little tricky. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Gosh dang it. Okay. Swap the settler, get the slinger. We now have to go and deal with this. In fact, forget going for this. It's no longer important. It is far more important that I go deal with this. There are horses nearby. There's going to be a scout who detects me very quickly. I need to deal with this and fast. In fact, let's send my warrior down here too. Now, I'm going to settle because I don't see their scout anywhere, and I can't afford to wait too long or I'm going to lose all my tempo. Hello, city-states. We are the first to meet at least one of them. This is actually pretty good. Extra culture for every great person that's ever been earned. Up to 30% in total. That's 15 great people. Will I get that over the course of the game? Probably. So it might be nice, making them into a suzerain. We'll see. Over here, I guess I will get a monument to start, but we do not want to work... Okay, they're working the Fountain of Youth immediately. I like what you're thinking, but we'll never grow if we do that. We have to do this, then I get enough population to keep working this, keep growing, and we can work more tiles. I'm also nervous because I'm pretty sure... No, I'm not going to let you send anything to me. I'm pretty sure I just saw another scout coming in over here, which means we might be about to deal with even more barbarians. Also, we met another city-state, Kagwana. Okay. Now I feel more comfortable going for another settler. We can deal with this camp for sure. We'll get the kill with the slinger for the boost for archery. Then we clear this out. I get era score. Thank you. We're halfway toward a golden age. And we'll clear out another barbarian camp, which gets me 3 more era score, because apparently that was close enough. Well, thank you kindly. To be honest, there's a lot about this run so far that's going fair... Oh god, horsemen. You spawned the horsemen still? There was no scout to report me. Oh, God. All right, we need to get down here fast. So everything I was just saying about this run going pretty well so far, I take it all back. Now that there are horsemen, I actually do need to be afraid. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll get lucky, and we'll be completely fine here, and it's just 1 horseman. Basically, the way it works, though, is if a scout reports back your location, it just starts spawning units. And what I've had in the past is a single camp spawning, like, 4 horsemen, 3 horse archers, and just running roughshod all over you, because... But you don't have walls at that point. What the heck are you gonna do? Nothing. Okay, we'll get the kill on the horseman. Glad I promoted instead of attacking, because I definitely would have lost that trade if we had done it that way. Let's get more slingers down here, and then we'll go deal with this. It looks like it was just the 1. Okay, that is 1 potential disaster averted. Let's get mining, because I'm missing that, and I'll need to go for chops and stuff. Let's also get the irrigation up and running. Now the bananas tile is really good, and we'll do the same thing here with the cocoa. We've got our Pantheon. What do we want? We said we were going to go for plantations. Does anything else make sense? Religious settlements is gone, unsurprisingly. We could go for strategic bonuses with the horses. I have them in places where I'll settle, but I think we're just going to get a lot more value out of this. It's just too good. Could also sell horses to Ramesses, and that's worth a fair chunk of cash. Yeah, I like that idea. Ancient Era is going to end in a few turns. I am 2 era score away from getting what I wanted. If I settle down here and then I destroy this camp, we will automatically get the Golden Age. Is that what I want, though? Do I care about getting a Golden Age now? I guess it's not a bad idea. It's just, is it super duper helpful in the classical era for me? I'm not going to have any commercial hubs or harbors, so I won't get much value out of that. I don't have any districts, so the extra culture won't do much. I don't have enough faith generation to really take advantage of things like monumentality, and I don't have a religion. Is it super important I get that? Honestly, I don't think it is. It also is going to make it harder for me to get a golden age next time where it might matter more. So I don't know. These are the kind of things we have to think about. Let's go ahead and start working toward currency. I don't see any reason not to at this point. And I actually could build a district, a campus, and this actually would also solve the problem. Is that good for tempo, or would I rather wait on that? If I built a campus, I could build it here. It's not a great location, but it's an acceptable location. And then I'll maybe have to build more things for adjacency bonuses and stuff along here later. There's no better spot that I know of yet. So this is okay. I guess I'll go ahead and lock this in, though I may decide to intentionally wait. It depends on if I get the era score or not. Why waste any for next time around? Oh, you actually stepped out from your... I could just go... I'll just go kill it. Screw it. All right, problem solved. We didn't get the era score. We'll just go ahead and build the campus. It'll be done before the next age ends, and that at least solves a problem. I mean, if they're going to make it easy on me, like, yeah, sure, why the heck not? Let's go for early empire. Swap over to urban planning, probably. I don't think I care about the rest of this. And I do have to worry about these galleys reporting back at some point. That could still be a problem. Crap. The scout and the spearman both attacked, though, and now I don't think this slinger has a chance of survival. No, all we can do is pull back and just buy time. That is it. Boo. Oh, actually, he did abandon me. Well, thank you kindly. I would much rather fight you in this forest. Thank you. Next city goes down. Found a scout. Let's deal with him before he's a problem. I do think I have enough money and I have a trade route slot. We should have done this a couple turns ago. Let's buy a trader. Go ahead and start doing the trades here to Tokyo, and especially once we get this other district up, we'll actually start getting some value now. We'll get monuments. I do tend to neglect those. That is not a bad first thing to build in your cities as a rule. It's also not like the literal best, but it's not bad. And there we go. We can already see some decent value here. 2-1-2-1-1. That's pretty good. Also, we get the boost towards currency, which comes at a good time. Now, we have enough production. If I wanted to, I could try going for some classical scientists. I don't think I'm worried about this quite yet, though. I'd rather do literally anything else. More builders? I mean, we could be really aggressive in the tempo. It's turn 42, we have 3 cities. I could have another city by about turn 55, maybe turn 60. Yeah, I feel like we have to go for cities here. I'd rather also get things like an ancestral hall and stuff like that, but we're not done getting our civics research, not yet. There's the golden classical era. Okay, so I was able to pull that one off at least, and currency's done, so I get more era score immediately. Early empire is done, good. So it looks like Ramesses also got a golden era. What do I want here? So free inquiry could be okay. I'm gonna be building commercial hubs, so I could get some science out of the arrangement. Or I could just get some passive culture and not think about it. Monumentality, if I were making more faith, I would consider this as an option, because then I could just start buying some settlers. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for free inquiry here. I should be able to take advantage of that reasonably quickly, I think. All right, let's get Magnus, and I'm going to put him in Tokyo. The hope is I'll be able to get some nice bonuses with this guy, because if we take a look at his promotions, I get extra yields from chops, which is not super helpful in this capital, but it's okay. Surplus logistics, though, means even more food from domestic trade routes. And provision means I'll be able to start building settlers without burning away my own population, which could be very helpful. Oh, there's Ramesses. We found you. See, that's why I didn't exchange any information on my capital. This is definitely a weird game, though. Like, look how much space we have to ourselves so far. I mean, fractal maps are always weird, right? But, like, this is really weird. I have so much breathing room. Where the heck is everybody? And you might think to yourself, oh, that actually sounds really, really good for you. It is in the sense that I probably don't have to worry about an early war with anyone. It's bad in the sense that I'm going to have a lot less trading partners. And I have so many luxury resources, I actually would really like to have trading partners. Okay, we did discover a source of iron over here, by the way. Good to know this exists. What do we work toward next? We get ourselves in position to get to apprenticeship. That means I need to get horseback riding, and I do have horses, so this is a good military unit for me. Then after that, I don't know, maybe celestial navigation. I wouldn't mind getting harbors and stuff unlocked. We don't have to have that, but it would be good. Let's get political philosophy. We're a bit behind schedule there, but no surprise. Get surplus logistics so that I get more food in Osaka. And do we go for a commercial hub now? Kind of probably, yeah. Where might I place a harbor? There could be a harbor right here, but I really don't want to get rid of the cows. I don't know. Maybe a harbor right here, but then I don't... Yeah, again, like... You don't have to place a commercial hub and the harbors close together. It's just they do get nice bonuses with each other. I might just go ahead and place this over here and plan on building like a campus or something over here later. Or an industrial hub, or whatever. I don't know. Actually, wait. No, this could be a good aqueduct and industrial hub with iron. So maybe I don't build the commercial hub yet, but I'll end up placing it there? Ugh, I don't know. We'll go for a builder for now because I feel like it's never going to be a wrong choice to have some more builders right now. I have a lot of things I still need to upgrade. Oh, God, where did all these barbarians come from? Egypt's having a bad day. Run! Okay, in the capital, we could build a library, or I could keep getting more settlers. Do we go for another settler? Is that greedy? Kind of. I really would like to get myself a government district. The extra science could be nice. I mean, let's go for another builder, but then maybe we go for the library immediately after that. We'll see. Now, over here, it might definitely make sense to get something like a commercial hub up and running. No fresh water means no aqueduct here. If I were to place down a campus... There's not really any good locations for that right now. We just go hard on builders. Next turn, I'm going to swap to the card that boosts this up so that we get a lot of extra value out of builders for at least a little bit. We're about to get ourselves a government, right, a classical republic, so, like, it's not going to change my cards up that much. I'm not going to go for oligarchy or autocracy. It just doesn't make sense. We're going to have to go with the classical republic here. Get a boost toward builder construction. That's great influence here. And then what else? We don't have to worry about colonization until these builders are done. So I guess I'll just I guess I'll just get the extra gold? I don't have any envoys, and I'm not going to have any for a while. Sure. I'm gonna get shipbuilding. The Colossus would actually be a great wonder for me, believe it or not, because that'll help boost up some trade routes a bit more. Hello, a scout slipped through. That's not good. Well, we'll settle our next city right here. Still good. And get another builder. I honestly probably don't need that many builders, but I'm gonna do it. Now, with these builders, though, we can get a lot of luxuries online, get that happiness going. And how long until I grow? 9 turns. It's gonna take me a while to actually grow with this city. Tokyo, what's going on here? Can we swap to a food focus? 6 turns? Okay. I need another population or I can't get things like government plazas. So I've got to get that. I mean, a granary would help a tiny bit. Not a lot, though. And I can't keep building settlers because that's one of the reasons we keep burning down our population. Let's go ahead and work on a library, I guess. I'm going to lose this warrior. I don't see a way around it with this archer being in such a good spot. And they're going to report me to their camp, which means we are going to be getting attacked. So I need to be ready to defend up over here. Let's get these commercial hubs up and running. I'm just going to go ahead and commit to it. We need to get markets. I can't afford to wait. Domestic trade routes are just too critical to my strategy. Get the turtles online, so now we have a lot of luxuries. And I am going to go ahead and build a campus like over here. I know it's not a great spot, but I'm planning on getting adjacency bonuses by building some stuff in places over here anyway, so we'll just go ahead and do it. It's just not good. I know full well it's not good. And in the capital, we can get the government plaza. I could actually build it right here, but then I would be missing out on a lot of value. It would only affect 2 districts. Whereas, if I build it right here in the center, which is expensive, but if we build it right here in the center, I have the potential of placing a lot of districts around it, so I'm more likely to get value out of it. That's kind of the thought process that's going into it. It may not be a very good thought process, but it's what I've got. Holy barbarian. Yeah, this is what I was afraid was going to happen. All right, we need to go ahead and attack. I might need to go ahead and buy myself another archer, which I will do, because we actually get a boost for machinery anyway, so I feel like there's no reason not to. Let's get up over here and get ready to pull back and defend. And then, does anyone want to buy my cotton? No. By anybody, I mean, does Ramesses want to buy my cotton? He doesn't even want to buy my horses. Oh god, no trade partners this game. None. It's such a problem. Okay, we have shipbuilding. I don't really want to necessarily force apprenticeship too early on. I can go to engineering, I can go to celestial navigation. Let's go ahead and plan on that next to unlock the harbor as an option for some money. Do we want to go for that ancestral hall now? Yes, because then I'm going to get faster settlers and free builders every time I do that. By the way, Magnus can now go for provision as my next bonus, so no longer will we consume any population. That's helpful. Yeah, this is such a weird game. There's not a lot of places to build things. That's what it comes down to. There's really not. And not even a lot of forest to chop, which makes me sad. We still have a fair bit of time in the classical era. I'm not looking to necessarily rush things too fast. Although technically a Dark Age isn't that bad for me, for a few reasons. First, what are you doing here? I have no idea. First off, you know, weirdly enough, we have no loyalty issues because everything is within range of Tokyo. And then on top of that, we actually could get access to a Dark Age isolationism card, which would prevent me from settling down any new cities, but all domestic trade routes would be worth a lot extra. There's just no point in doing that right now when I have only 1 trade route. That's my thought process. And I don't know what that guy is doing over here in my territory, but I'm going to take that builder. I don't know where it came from, but it's mine now. It's got 1 charge on it. Okay. Let's rush out the ancestral hall with a chop. That goes a lot faster. Thank you. And I really wish I could get some promotions on my guys right now because these archers are taking a bit of a pounding. We can start working toward feudalism. I don't have enough farms, but I mean, I'd rather hard tech that. It's very, very good to get. And we're going to go for some settlers, and now is the time to go ahead and swap in the settler card because we want to get a bunch of new cities. Now is the time. I've got luxuries for days. I've got everything set up in Tokyo to build these quickly and not cost me anything. So now's the time for mass expansion. Can also get Pingala as my next governor. I guess I'll send him to Osaka since that has some decent population. And we actually got a 2nd promotion? I got 2 titles at once. Cool. Let's go for researcher, I guess. I'm doing good on culture. I'm not doing good on science. And actually, it looks like we may be heading into a Dark Age whether I like it or not. That is well on the way. Okay, good to know. Okay. I do want to get... Ooh, that's actually a good campus. Let's pick it up. I do want to get a good campus up because I need the science. So if we're going to be getting a Dark Age, almost certainly, like, I don't see myself getting enough era score in the next 9 turns. It could happen. But that means I definitely want to get my cities down quickly. Because if we're going to go into a Dark Age, I want to have lots of trade routes and use isolationism to bounce back. That's the idea. And no one is willing to sell anything or buy anything. This is such a bad game for me. Like, where is everybody? Oh, there's someone. Scythia. Hello. All right. Honor to meet you. Sure, I'll sample your hospitality. Babylon. Oh, God. Okay, Babylon can be very scary from a science perspective. Can be. Okay, but this is a new continent. Good to know. Hey, trade buddies? Anyone? Maybe get me money? Yes, Babylon pay big bucks for cotton. Scythia pay pretty well for some horses. And Babylon pay 11 gold per turn. You don't have much else cash, but like that's gonna sustain my economy for a bit. Sure, finally. Okay, that helps. Also, I think that maybe Egypt is trying to kill the city-state. I don't approve of that, but all right, what can I do? If I want to have a chance at surviving in the next era, I'd love to build 3 mines. They don't even have to be very good mines. They just have to be mines. I don't even have very many hills, though. That's the problem. We'll want to get the iron up and running for sure, but I need another builder, and I need literally any hill. I guess one of these will do fine. Or actually, this one's even better. Chop the woods, boost the campus, get a mine. Okay, so over here, let's buy a builder. Hungary is the next character we've met. Okay. Honor to meet you. I'll sample your hospitality. I am not doing as bad in my science and culture as I might have expected compared to the AIs. I'm not doing great, and their military scores are pretty high, but the good news is I'm very isolated, so no one's going to want to declare war on me. Not anytime soon, if ever. Did I just find another barbarian camp? I did, way down here. Great. Okay, more people I have to worry about. I was going to settle down here. Now I'm wondering if that's a stupid idea. Still, I think the better location to settle is the problem. And Poland's. Good to see you again. Honor to meet you. No, I'm not exchanging information. No one needs to know where the Japans are. There's that dastardly camp. Okay, we found that. Let's go ahead and swap over to apprenticeship. 10 turns. That's fine. We'll get over here. We'll get the iron. We'll get the boost. It'll be 5 turns, and we'll get it right about when the medieval era fires off. So we're not exactly on time with our tech, but we're not very far behind in our tech. There we go. Do I want to get an aqueduct in my capital? Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this counts as a specialty district, but it'll set us up for an industrial zone in the next few turns. So not a bad time to pick that up. Then again, we could just keep settling. Could do it. There's Kyoto, though. So that's now done. Commercial hub? No, probably start with the monument here. And let's go ahead and get ourselves an extra round of coffee. And does anyone want to buy coffee? Hungary loves coffee. Thank you. I'll just buy an archer down here preemptively, because I just about guarantee we're going to have some barbarian problems in the future. Okay, we are now in a dark age, which is why the screen has gotten very dark indeed. Let's get a promotion, though. So, as far as dedications, no one else is doing really good either. So, free inquiry, I guess, again, still makes sense. I'm not going to get great works, I'm sorry, it's just not happening, but I might build libraries, and the rest doesn't matter too much. I mean, monumentality, I'll build districts, but, like, odds are pretty good that I can get more Eurekas and stuff, too. So we'll pick that sucker up. I've settled this city. I'm not going to build... Am I going to build another city in the near future? What turn is it? It's 83. I've only got 5 cities. I do want to build more cities. I do want to do that. Let's get a market, because we know we need that, but I want to take a look over here. The card I'm talking about right here is isolationism. Domestic routes get extra 2 food and 2 production, but cannot train or buy new settlers, nor settle new cities. So, like, you only can do this at a certain point, but if I had enough trade routes up and a running, I could do some crazy stuff with this, you know? I'm going to go ahead and vote in the World Congress to make sure we get more production toward commercial hubs. That is extra useful to me specifically, which did pass. Thank you. And let's go ahead and start chopping a couple things out here in Kyoto. Just help boost this up a little bit. Unfortunately, the city is stagnant and can't grow beyond this point, which feels weird, really? Huh. Okay, well, I'm just trying to finish some of these things up a little bit faster. Ironworking is done. Good. We can head toward machinery. We've got the apprenticeship and stuff like that. Stirrups. Pastures, get more food could be good, and I wouldn't mind having the option to get knights, heavy cavalry, and all of that. Machinery wouldn't be a bad plan for me, too. Feudalism being done already is great. We can now backtrack on a few other things that could be useful. such as get some governor titles with things like recorded history, and that'll be pretty quick. Like, weirdly enough, we just started the medieval era, and I'm up to the medieval era in science and culture, so we've balanced this out ever so slightly. And I'm gonna spend some money to buy a market now, because that'll help boost up my money generation and also unlock another trade route. Once I have enough money, we'll get another one of those. That's what this is gonna be. Make enough money so I can buy markets, so I can get trade routes, so I can make more of everything else. But for now, I think this is where we're gonna have to end things. So 84 turns in, 5 cities, got a long way to go, but we're in a good-ish position. I wanna settle down here probably next, because it's good, and I can get this wonder under my control. We can always expand further to the north, though. I could even expand over here, and we're so far away from everyone, I don't think anyone's gonna mess with me. Like, we could go absolutely ham on settlers this game and make a very, very tall empire. But defending it is gonna be a little bit tricky. But we're doing okay otherwise. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you're looking forward to this series. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.